Well, we're recording episode 4.
Episode 4, baby. I'm doing episode 4 now.
Top 5 things that come in 4s.
Oh,
Top 4 things that come in 4s.
Bananas, if you only get 4 of them. Cupcakes in a pack of 4.
Yeah.
4 beers.
Yeah.
And the presents on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, great.
What's your top 4 things that come in 4s?
Abs when you're trying but not trying too hard. J2Os.
Yeah.
Sequences of funny things in lists. And years of presidential terms.
Nice. Yeah. 2 president
President things. We love presidents.
Have you ever played 3 things? We could do 4
I've only
things.
played 4 things.
Do you want to play 4 things?
Let's play 4 things.
Okay, so it's if you said to me superpowers, I'd be like run really fast, super strong, can fly, invisibility.
Mad that you started with run fast.
Why?
Is that your one? If you could have one, you'd run fast.
No, mine would be shape-shifting. Because then you can get so many superpowers. If you're a shapeshifter.
Well, no, because your shape shift. It means what you can do shift.
It does if I can shapeshift into like a bird. That means I can fly.
Yeah, but you're also a bird.
Yeah.
Do you have the brain of a bird, though? Or do you
No, it's my brain.
Okay.
Yeah. Should I need to breathe underwater? I can shapeshift into a fish.
Yeah, but then you're a fish, though.
Then I'm a fish.
So you
yeah.
lose the ability to do other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
But
breathe on land.
Yeah. But then I'll just shapeshift again.
Okay. I don't love that one, because I don't think it's anywhere near as utilitarian as people think it is.
Fine. What would yours be?
The joke one that I used to tell people, if asked,
Yeah.
to just tell them,
Yeah.
is I could look at a bill.
That's so. Hi, I'm Jacob. Here's my superpower.
This is what my superpower would be. You're not even the best man.
I like that. I like that you would start on it as well. You're just drunk.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What would yours be?
I could look at a building
Yeah.
and know exactly to the gram how much cocaine is in it.
Okay. And what would you do with that information?
Look for the cocaine.
Look for the cocaine.
Because
You don't know where it is,
I
though.
don't know where it is.
You just know that there's X amount in there.
And over time, I'd definitely learn where it's likely to be.
Four different types of hats.
Trilby, Stetson, beanie hat, hat you wear for skiing.
Nice. Give me 4.
Give me 4 types of things that float that you can be in.
A canoe, a raft that you built out of driftwood, a plastic container if you're really small in the sink, and a big barrel full of air.
Does that mean I win? Because you really struggled with that, I think.
No, you don't win.
You'd even say boat.
Okay, here's another one. I said canoe.
Yeah, you could then say boat.
I found out that was cheating. Okay. 4 things that you've seen me do when I'm drunk.
Try to talk. Try to stand.
Yeah.
Fall down the stairs.
Yes. Broke my face.
Do a big old toot. Give me 4 things that you've seen me do when I'm drunk.
Argue about which king is the best.
Win an argument. About
win an argument. Fight someone for stealing my cigarette.
Yeah.
You have had to sit in a casino with me for multiple hours.
Mm-hmm.
And nearly try and fight Sam Bell for being lovely. You had an issue with him.
God, I come off as so much worse.
I know but you don't get drunk that much.
Yeah, I'm a scrapper though. Aren't
You
I?
are when you're drunk. You
I'm
are
a
a
bit of a
wind-up
fire
merchant.
starter,
You
yeah.
are a fire starter. Okay. 4 things you can dress up as a fancy dress party.
I can't say that.
Say it. It's speed. It doesn't matter. You have to just say it. It's speed. Speed's the. Don't think. Say.
Something controversial.
Yeah.
A Dalek.
Cool.
Megamind.
Yeah.
Fancy dress party.
Yeah.
Oh, cowboy.
Nice.
Cool. 4 things that you've stepped on and regretted it.
A plug, a Lego, a poo, a bug.
How come snail didn't make the cut then?
Because I don't regret that. Welcome to Backstage at the Gaffe, the official behind-the-scenes podcast of the Gaffe Comedy Club and what it is to run a comedy club. That's a bad way to introduce the show. My name's Harry.
And I'm Jacob. And one day we're going to get this right.
One day.
This is our podcast where we, as Harry said, dive behind the scenes of the comedy industry from the perspective of 2 people that are working within it.
Yep.
And explore different talking points about things that happen in comedy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
It's episode 4.
Episode 4, baby. I love comedy.
I like comedy.
Do you hate it?
No, I like it.
Do you hate it a bit? There's bits of me that hates comedy. Without a doubt.
I feel like I'm...
It's all I do from morning, noon and night is work, fucking talk about or do comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the podcast is the final nail in the coffin for you, comedy-wise?
No.
Oh, there's more nails.
There's more to go.
There's plenty more nails.
Oh, God, yeah.
This coffin's going to look like a bloody porcupine by the time you're done.
What's the thing that annoys you the most about comedy? Working comedy.
I think it's how seriously people take it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think people are chill enough about it. But I don't think that people are anywhere as chill about comedy as I am now.
Yeah.
And I think that probably makes me the most well-equipped as I've ever been to do comedy, but I'm not currently doing comedy.
No, you're telling me.
Ouch.
Ooh, my feelings.
Now I know what it feels like to touch the porcupine.
He'll scratch you. Cool. Nice. Sorry, I don't know
What annoys you the most about comedy?
What annoys me the most about comedy? I don't know. Maybe like, it's just all, I can't switch off at the moment. It's all I'm thinking about, all I'm talking about. There's like yesterday I spent an hour having a beer and playing Guitar Hero, and that was amazing. Yeah. That like switched off my brain.
Yeah.
That was good fun. But yeah, apart from that, it's just living and breathing a form of it, you know?
It's one of those jobs that's other people's hobby and fun thing.
Yeah.
So they want to talk to you about it because they think that you'll see it in the same way as them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But you're like, this is my job.
It's my job.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Talk to me about anything else.
I don't want to do it. Like, yeah, post-show, going for a beer or something. And it's just, what about this comedy? I was like, can't wait. Can't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about anything else. But then it's all just comics.
Yeah.
So if you change the subject, then it's just everyone doing bits.
Yeah, but that can feel different though.
That's fun.
You like doing bits.
I love doing bits.
But yeah, I do find that. I mean, I don't even perform, and I find like going to a show here, for example, like I can't switch off in it in the way that I probably would have done with comedy.
Oh yeah,
before.
if you're watching a show here,
yeah,
you're not watching a show.
Yeah,
it's still work because all you're doing is thinking about everything about watching a show here, the journey, the environment, the atmosphere.
Working at the Gaffe has increased the frequency of my attending shows elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy it more.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Not that I don't enjoy shows here, but
it's just a degree of separation. You can watch a show somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Without feeling like you're working. I'm bad at flirting. I can't flirt with people. You know, if I'm on stage, different story. Like I've had it on stage where I'm like, I'll be riffing with people and I'll be talking to someone and it feels flirtatious, and there'll be jokes about that as well. They'll be like, they'll say something about like asking me out or something. I love it. And then after the show, so they'll come over and they're like, hey, how's it going? I'll be like, I gotta, thanks for coming.
the veil is lifted,
Yeah.
and we see the freak.
The loser that can't talk to women. Can't talk to women one bit. I'm so bad at it.
Why can't that be your superpower then?
What, talking to women?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't feel like a good one.
You shapeshift into a guy that can talk to women. A fish that can talk to women.
That's okay. All right. Magical fish.
Harry Ormark is the fish that can talk to women.
Yeah, I'm really bad at flirting. Do you think you're a good flirt?
I've been in a relationship for such a long time that I wouldn't be able to say.
Do you not flirt with each other? Still.
I guess
Yeah.
yeah. But it's different because there's bias
Yeah.
and there's local knowledge. It's like guerrilla warfare. We know these streets.
I mean, that's the like, because in comedy you've got like couples that are comedians. That must be, I don't know how people start like that. Because
start like that.
Yeah, like if you meet
Of being a
someone,
couple.
you meeting someone through comedy is like, I mean, comedy is so vulnerable, and so like you're so on all the time, and you're constantly like making fun of everything and everyone. I can't imagine that transpiring into. I can't imagine the green room environment transpiring well in a date environment.
Well, that's. I get what you mean with the early stage.
Yeah.
Stuff, but that's exactly what I mean when I say I think that too many comics take things too seriously.
Yeah.
In my catchphrase, you have to relax.
You have to relax.
You have to relax.
You looked at me as if I was supposed to say it.
Well,
I'm
you've
sorry.
repeated it back to me before.
Have I?
Yeah, it's less of a catchphrase for you and more of like an instruction.
More of a command.
You have to relax.
More of an order,
Yeah.
Harry.
And then
please.
you get stressed out.
Yeah. I am relaxed.
Harry barks. But yeah, I think it's certainly difficult, but only if only if you're freaking out about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, I think it's chill. It's probably barely acknowledged
Yeah.
in successful comedy couples. Probably never talk about comedy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I bet.
Because it's not of interest.
No.
Because it's just the job.
Yeah.
And if they speak to each other about it. I mean, my partner used to do a lot of performance and used to do a lot of comedy and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We'll chat about it
You
if we
guys
want
met
to.
doing comedy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it is not a big part of our lives. But we know how to make each other laugh,
Yeah.
and like being funny and making each other laugh is a big part of it.
Yeah.
But comedy, like the industry,
Yeah.
plays no role apart from when we talk about all you guys.
I think I've ever dated a comedian. I think I'd ever want to date a comedian. as
No.
well. Huh?
No, I just said no. I'm like in a questioning way.
Yeah.
Do you not
no,
think?
don't think so. It's just too close to the job. Do you know what I mean?
But then you move it away from the job. Though.
Yeah, true.
That's what I mean. I think you have to have lived it.
Yeah. At the end of the month, I want to start doing sketch again, but not like online sketch, like just sort of like write and film, sort of YouTube, more sort of like sketch show vibes.
What are sketches?
A sketch is a short comedy scene, I suppose. Yeah. Do you miss doing sketch?
Of the three strands of comedy that we used to do a lot back in the day, which was sketch, improv, and stand-up.
Stand-up.
Sketch was the one where I felt the most kind of out of my depth.
Oh,
in the
really?
beginning. Yeah.
Really?
Because I had no background in acting,
Yeah.
but I had plenty of background in being me.
Yeah.
And that applies more to improv and stand-up than it does to sketch. That being said, the more that I did and the more into it I got, I started to really relish doing sketches because it's... I don't want to say it's more so than improv, but it is one of the most collaborative kinds of comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're performing with people, but also... No, I actually am going to say it's the most collaborative kind because in improv you're operating kind of off of your own engine.
Yeah.
In sketch, you're performing other people's writing.
Yeah.
And I actually love that.
Yeah.
I love that you can take that and you add to that, but you need that as well.
I think what's fun about doing sketch is getting good at really playing with the premise and the growth. So when you're like writing comedy and when you're doing emceeing or improv, like it all sort of takes the same sketch formula of this like growth and exaggeration based off whatever like inversion you've built in a sketch world. And I think writing a sketch means you're getting so you're diving really into like getting that right and getting that as best it can be. And I think that'll just emulate in your sort of like live riffing.
It naturally can be one of the most well-worked types of comedy, can't it? You
Yeah.
can really dig into making a sketch excellent.
Yeah.
And then you can add in your multimedia, you can add your music, you can add your lighting states, all that kind of thing. There's such richness.
Yeah, man.
The heights that you can hit enjoying a sketch show are pretty magnificent. You feel so good.
I miss doing sketch when we first started back after COVID and we were just doing sketch. That was like because there was some duds.
Oh yeah, that's mad. That's what you enjoyed about it was the duds. I liked the ones that worked.
That's the funnest part of it. The duds, the shit ones.
Because in stand up after a dud, you can go, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Someone does that in sketch.
But also as well, like in stand up or in improv, you're able to like you can try and do crowd work. You can try and like stop a bit and go into another bit depending on what they like. With sketch, if the audience aren't going with it, you're like, oh, we've got 5 more minutes of this bomb, you know? What was some of the fucking... I remember like, God, what was some of the dud sketches?
I mean, we would have sketches where, exactly as you say, the funniest bit would be in the first minute.
And it would just go on.
And you'd sit there and go, oh my God, we're a sixth of the way through this.
Yeah. What were some of our dud ones? Try to think.
Here's the thing with sketch comedy.
Yeah.
If the name of the sketch is why you're doing it, and that's the funniest thing, probably means it's a pun, you should not do that. Casper Schmeichel, the friendly ghost.
Casper Schmeichel, the friendly ghost.
Which made no reference to goalkeeping.
I didn't know who Casper Schmeichel was.
It was your idea.
It was. I wrote that. It was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if Casper the friendly ghost was this man called Casper Schmeichel, who I believe is a former footballer.
Still plays.
Do you still play?
Still
Good old
plays.
Casper Schmeichel.
Yeah.
So yeah, Casper Schmeichel, the friendly ghost. I thought it was a funny idea. And then we did it.
But it's an
It was
ensemble thing.
God awful.
We let you stage that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have let me do that.
What was interesting, just from a sketch writing perspective, is it wasn't jokes about goalkeeping. It was jokes about Casper the friendly ghost, which meant
Yeah.
the Casper Schmeichel element of it was completely ignored.
Yeah, it was just Casper. It was Casper the friendly ghost.
But he had a surname.
But yeah. Yeah, that was it. I still think that could be a sketch. No, it couldn't.
Anyway,
But it's
that's going to be the flagship sketch of this new wave.
Casper Schmeichel, the friendly ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote. Remember when I wrote Morgue? Guess who?
We wrote that.
Did we write that?
Yeah, that was a collaborative.
That one didn't land.
No, but we had a lot of fun doing it.
I remember enjoying writing it.
And it was a musical number, so it hits different.
Yeah.
Because it did get a... We did this show 2 nights, and the first night...
Oh, of course, because me and you, in my head, it was just the song. I completely forgot of our characters.
Yeah.
What was it? What the hell? And stuff.
It was a policeman
Yeah.
who was really New Yorkie.
Yeah, that was you, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was me. And it was the guy who ran the morgue, who was this kind of whimsical but slightly alarming... I don't know, kind of like businessman character, but he ran a morgue. He was
Yeah.
really into it. I guess a bit of a Willy Wonka type thing.
Yeah, sure.
And they did a song, and it didn't go down. In the first one, I screwed up the lyrics and lost pace.
Oh,
because I don't have a musical background at all. In the second one, no, it didn't get many laughs, but it did get a big round of applause, and I
did
think
it?
that's musicals.
Yeah.
You're
What
not
was
gonna
those
have people laughing
fucking
during
lines you had, man? They were so fun. I forgot that we had that intro bit. And your lines were so funny, dude.
We will do a bonus episode of the podcast where we'll do some of our old sketches.
Yeah, man. We could also read my... Dude, do you remember that day we got really drunk in the first lockdown?
Mm.
And I read the first comedy thing I ever wrote. Do you remember
I
it?
don't think I do remember that.
So I was about 8 years old, and for my level 2 drama exam or whatever, me and my mate Ryan, we wrote our own little sort of like our own script, which was Harry and Ryan's boat like excellent adventure sort of stuff, like a Bill and Ted thing. And neither of us had seen Bill and Ted.
Great.
And we were these two failing rock stars. I still think this is pretty impressive. Two failing rock stars, but we find this magic guitar, and we play it, and it sends us both back in time.
Yep.
One of us, oh God, where did we go?
Starting to remember bits of this.
There was, oh yeah. One of us went to meet Elvis, and the other one went to like the Battle of the Somme. One meeting. Like, why wasn't it all just like meeting rock heroes?
Great premise.
But one went to meet Elvis, the other went to go to fucking World War One or World War Two or something like that, and then we both sort of met back up on the Titanic. And then somehow made it back into the present day. We're like, yeah, maybe let's not use that guitar anymore. That was how it ended.
I like that premise.
Yeah, I remember it had a good joke, which was when we got into the Titanic, and it was like, oh my God, what's this name of this boat? What does it say? Dude, what do you do? It's like, all right, I admit it, I can't read. That was it.
I remember that.
He goes, come on, dude, it says Titanic. What's that, some Mexican food?
Yeah,
For 8
that's
years
brought it
old,
back.
that's a good
That's
joke.
really good.
For 8 years old.
Again, bonus content. Maybe we'll do another reading.
I'd love to read that out.
20 years on.
Yeah, man. Dude, yeah, fuck. It's probably like, 20 years.
It's been a while.
And like, we could stage it. We'll rehearse it. We'll hire actors.
But the bonus content is we're gonna make a film. We're gonna make a movie.
Oh yeah, no, we can't stage it out. We'll do an audio thing, but let's hire actors for it.
Yeah.
Not comics, like serious, like fucking actors.
And then halfway through, it turns out that the hired actors are just us.
Oh,
Doing very good voices.
because we are actors ourselves.
We are actors ourselves.
Yeah, that's a fun idea.
Sketch shows
Are a format of live comedy. What's some other formats? Hey, that was all right.
That's what we're going to be talking about in this episode of Backstage at the Gaffe.
Oh.
At the moment, we're playing with format shows. Obviously, the club's only been open for a couple of months, so
Yes.
our bread and butter is stand-up and getting as much stand-up comedy going on at the club as possible, both using our local acts and getting acts from elsewhere in the UK to come and perform here. It's the best way to raise our profile, and it's the easiest kind of comedy to sell.
Collectamundo.
But it's very much in our plans to kind of stretch out and cover more bases of live comedy, which we kind of term under the umbrella format shows.
Yeah, because it can sort of be anything, right?
Yeah. And we're talking today about format shows and a subsection of format shows, which are basically competitions and comedy contest shows as well. So I think probably one of the things that we're doing the most at the moment is the comedy competitions. I think let's start there. What do we do here at the Gaffe?
Two would be the ones there's the Gong Show. And a Gong Show is if you're a comic and you got like you get booked for sort of 5 minutes on a show. Everyone gets 1 minute of a like immunity, and after that 1 minute is up, the audience and judges can decide to gong you off. When we do a gong show, there's 6 gongs in play. They're like these sort of like table tennis paddles, which people can hold up. If they hold them up, that classes as a gong going off. That is, you get 3, you're off stage, you're out.
And why would you get gonged off?
If you're not funny, if you're funny enough.
It's a bit Colosseum, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but it's useful. If you have the right attitude to it, it's useful because it's like, because it teaches, there's so much about how do I get, because a lot of like comics, especially when they're new, a lot of it will be exposition, and then it'll be like, what's my gag rate? How much? If you're explaining something for too long, or you're taking too long to get to a joke, like by that minute of immunity, once that's gone up, you should be making them laugh already.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, they will gong you off.
It's a good way to hone your type 5.
Good.
We talked about in the second episode.
Yeah, and if you win, you get like 50 quid and a progression spot, I think.
And what's a progression spot?
Like you get a spot on like one of our like bigger club nights to start progressing into the sort of like semi-pro level of doing live comedy.
The Gong Show is fun because the atmosphere that it has is unlike one that you'd have another type of stand-up show. Because at a stand-up show, we really try to curate this atmosphere of support the act, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
You know, the better the atmosphere is, the better they will be, the more fun you will have.
Yeah.
Gong Show ain't doing that.
No, the Gong Show is the opposite of that. It's come here and be mean.
We want to see people die.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
We had this guy once come for the Gong Show who was like, we had to kick him out. Kick him out the show. Did I tell you this?
No.
Yeah, we had to kick him out the show because there was no real gong. Yeah, there's no other way I can say. Like, sat on the front row, I introduced the show.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Where's the gong?" I was like, "Oh, it's the paddles." He went, "No, where's the gong? Where's the gong that's gonna make all the noise?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, we're not gonna have one of them. It's a bit disruptive. We're gonna do it with these. And these are our gongs for today's show." He's like, "I came for the gong." I've never known someone come for just a gong.
I mean, to be fair.
But then was like heckling and kicking off
Yeah.
for the whole show because there was no gong. There was a gong, but he was going skits.
Gongs are cool though.
They are.
And it would be impactful to have your set ended because someone hit a huge
Well, the sound of the gong goes off if you get 3.
not the same.
No, it's not the same.
In the
It's not
last episode
room.
we talked about things being in the room, and
Yeah.
I think a gong is exactly the same. I don't want to hear the sound of a gong.
Maybe we could, if it goes, whoever's in the tech booth, we give them a gong. So it's not the audience who can just bang it, but they'll
Hit it when it goes. I think that's a good idea.
That's
and
fun.
then you take the act that's failed and slam their head into the gong, like
Yeah.
in Temple of Doom.
Nice.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
So,
And why did you just fall, unlike the other Temple of Doom?
well, I call you out for just surnaming people, so I can't just surname Temple of Doom and then not give it its first name.
Okay, fair enough.
It's accessibility in comedy.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's one, the Gong Show. Would you do one? Do a gong?
I would never do a gong show.
Why? A lot of people don't like the idea of doing them.
Because I don't like the idea of... I don't mind other people doing it, but competitive comedy kind of... I don't know. It's... There's a kind of hurtfulness to it. I wouldn't take it too personally.
I think if you treat it as that, like, I got to get my... Like, this is practicing my 5 now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I can do that on a normal show.
Yeah, but this is like expert level Club 5.
Yeah, but I
You know?
don't think the audience is coming at it from that perspective.
You don't think?
I think if the audience... Because it's ride on chaos, right?
Yeah.
And there's therefore there has to be a little bit of cruelty.
Yeah.
And if everyone's good, then someone's got to, you know... It's like the Colosseum, you know... people are there for bloodshed.
There was a fun clip from the Gong Show that just went. There was like an illness going around. We had too many dropouts. I couldn't find people to do it, but I could find people to come and work on the show. So like Ellis Lowe said he could MC. Matt Pugsley said he could open and be one of the judges. We still didn't have enough people, so it was like, okay, I'll go on the gong. I'll go first. But it was like, I don't want to be on the gong because the prize for winning is money and progression at the club I run.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't win this. So I said to Matt and then Lauke and Jess Lowe were the other judges. Jess was our previous winner. I was like, as soon as my minute's up, you're gong me off because it'll warm the crowd up, but I just gong me off. And I was really worried about that. And then, so first minute goes up, I get gonged off. And Lyle immediately ratted me out. She was like, "Oh, fucking Harry was so worried because he runs the club about not getting through that he told us all to gong him off after a minute. The problem was, Harry, you just bombed for a whole minute. You were being gonged off anyway, son." And it was right. I bombed so hard.
Lyle K, friend of the club.
Yes. Yeah, I bombed so hard because I was trying to work out this like turning 27, wanting to die at 27 with potential and that sort of stuff. And Matt was like, Matt Pugsy goes, "Oh, I would I gonged you off after a minute because you were talking about wanting to kill yourself, so I thought I'd give you a reason to." To which point I replied to him being like, "Matt, I watched your 10-minute opening set, buddy. That was reason enough." And like that, so like Matt saying that and then me saying that the crowd's like, "Oh!"
That's what people are after.
That's what people want, that back and forth.
It's like the wrestling. They just want to see people.
Yeah. And I think those gong shows always work best if like when the acts are like, because it's normally newer acts doing them, but they're not afraid to like give shit back.
Yeah.
Because if they're just trying their 5 and then it's like the roast bit and they sort of just go like, "Oh, okay, I'll go work on it."
Yeah.
That's like, oh man,
It's
I don't want to see that. It's a show.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what as well comics need to. We always try and say it at the top of the show is like this is a version of it. This is an entertainment show.
Yeah.
This is all it is. That's what the focus needs to be, is the fact that this is for the gig.
Yeah.
You know.
Now on that, one of the other format shows that we do is the roast battle.
The roast battle, yeah.
Could tell us a little bit about that.
Roast 2 comics roasting each other, and then the judges roast them afterwards as well.
So these are meticulously prepared, very personal jokes.
9 jokes each.
9 jokes each.
Yeah.
Designed to catch the other person off guard.
Yeah.
Really. Get a big response from the audience. The audience doesn't need to know much about the person.
No, I think that's always when roasts fail, when someone's like, if it's their friend and they try and go like too in-jokey, the audience will base this off what they can see
There's
and
a balance
hear.
to strike, isn't there?
Yeah, so you got to like go so face value with
But
stuff.
you can give them a bit of context, but you have to set the context
if it's
up
quick.
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be quick.
Because there's a lot of background stuff in there. If someone's posh upbringing, that'll get got. If someone lives in a caravan, that'll get got.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, like I saw it with you know, context can be nice and quick with such and such. His dad got 3 kids. Punch, and then here's the setup punchline.
Yeah.
You know, it's like quick context.
And it's often quite crass.
Oh yeah,
but
real crass.
But compared to, and I've got less of a problem. Not that I've got a problem with the gong, but less of a problem with the roast ones, because whilst the gong show is kind of almost being a bit disparaging about someone's set and can be a bit mean about the thing they've worked on, the roast battle kind of feels like it comes from a place of love because you know the person very well, and that feels like the kind of show that's most for comics, and then the audience gets to enjoy it too. But comics get a lot out of doing a roast battle. Yeah. You see it a lot on kind of Christmas special shows.
There's always more comics watching that show than any other show that we put on here.
Because they want to see their mates.
Because they want to see their mates get absolutely obliterated. The
thing with some roast jokes as well, and I think the thing for me that stands out for them is that yes, you can do some really like mean or bring something up that you felt like it was untouchable type thing, but when they're clever, when someone does one that's just really clever, that's when it kind of takes it to a new level.
We write roasts a few times together, don't we?
We often collaborate.
We had the ones with Eli.
Yeah. These are local comics.
Eli Gumbel. I like that one. That was
came up with the suspension bridge one.
That was a good one. Yeah. Last year, Eli was really scared of the suitcase murders in Bristol, but he shouldn't worry. No man could carry 10 suitcases.
And it is mean, but it comes from a place of love.
Place of love. Eli fat. He knows it. He loves it, and I love him for it.
And there is it's comedy for degenerates, isn't it?
Like yeah. Roast battles.
It's gutter stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we do it in our late night slot, and that's one of the things that we're putting a lot of emphasis on at the moment, is we do these shows in the late slot after other shows, so that people who want to come and they're out for their Saturday night, they can come along and they can see some grungier, fringier comedy when everyone's probably a little bit pissed.
Hell yeah.
And is well up for that kind of thing. Now, we have done format shows that are a bit more high concept. You used to run a night that I worked on called Prize Whale Comedy Night.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is proper
Prized
throwback.
Whale.
But we're talking more of your almost like Vic and Bob's Big Night Out, your Edinburgh late shows.
Yeah.
There's the format is there's loads of stuff happening and there's some quite high concept acts. You've got more performance than say stand up. You've got lots of characters, that kind of thing.
Yeah. A lot of character comedy, a lot of absurdity.
It's something that we're always keen to lean into here, but something that often gets missed is that an enormous amount of prep and work has to go into these kind of things.
Yeah.
To help pull them off.
Well, I mean, you say that. One of my favourite sketches I remember seeing at Prize Whale was just a normal conversation, but after every time they finish a sentence, they had to take a bite of a raw onion.
Someone had to buy those onions.
Did
Someone
you buy
had to
those
grow
onions?
those onions.
Did you buy those onions? Oh, no, just someone had to.
Someone did.
Yeah.
That's prep.
Prep.
There was a lot of prep for that. Yeah, but my point being that if you want them to be flawless, like examples of versions that we've seen, which are normally on TV, obviously the work rate is incredibly high.
Right.
You have to put an enormous amount of work in.
Yeah.
And that's something that when we eventually manage to pull it off, the anarchy and the chaos and the synchronicity that we're seeing between the performers will be something to behold.
Yeah.
But in the here and now, it's hard because whereas a normal stand-up show is a lineup that has been booked of individuals who put enormous amount of work into curating their set and their act. Huge amounts of time have gone into this. We talked about the Type 5. You get several of those, and you've got years of experience cumulatively making out a show. With a format show, the format is the star.
Yeah.
So the format needs an enormous amount of time to have gone into it.
Absolutely.
Our background is in improv comedy.
Yeah.
You're a part of Degrees of Error, who do Murder She Didn't Write. That format's been honed and refined for
15 years.
15 years they've been working on that.
Yeah.
And now it's really good. And the same applies to format shows on stage, is that really you want a format that people know what's going on, and you also still need your performers with a wealth of experience.
The performers that can have fun in the element of the format.
Yeah.
They won't change the format.
Yeah.
But can enjoy the format.
But they're willing to work to the benefit of the format as well.
Absolutely.
Let's talk a bit about the benefits and what they can add to a venue and to a comedy club. And then let's talk about when we've got the resources, and it is very much a resource thing. In the same way that you talked about wanting to do a sketch show.
Yeah.
When we've got the resources to do a sketch show and prepare for it properly, we can put on an amazing sketch show, but you got to give it time.
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of formats do we want to introduce, and do we want to try doing at the Gaffe? What space can they occupy as part of our ensemble? But first, let's talk about what can they add.
Well, I mean, the format is it's so accessible to put out online, to develop into podcasts, to develop into its own brand within association of a comedy club. Kill Tony is a format show. So
do you know what else started out as a format?
What?
Taskmaster,
yeah.
It was a Fringe show back in 2010.
God, yeah. These can be commissioned for TV. The format shows can be, and that's the main thing. You want to have that experimentation in the room and the freedom to let people figure these formats out, because they can become amazing things. So that's like the first thing. Also, as well, with a comedy club, it's nice to have moments in which you can like let these big personalities play in environments that aren't just their closed set. So how they would feel better, like riffing in their sort of persona and stuff like that. How they can become an act. And it's, I also like Monkey Bar at the Fringe. I love that sort of like they'll have at midnight they'll be doing the beer mat flipping competition, which is essentially like the way that starts is just comics who are there having fun, wanting to keep doing something stupid, and just saying to audiences, "Oh, stick around if you want to just watch this."
Yeah.
That gets cult following. That's now its own show that does London days. You know what I mean? So I think that's it. It can all keep developing and growing into shows, and that's the most fun element within them. But you need to have someone that wants to write the format within it, because that's the tough thing. Yeah. What is the format that's fun? You know. So I think that's the benefit.
I think you've struck on a really important point there, that it comes from that place of play. It comes from comics hanging out. For example, when we did Pope Watch a fortnight ago,
yeah,
and we streamed the Pope and we streamed Conclave at the same time.
yeah,
That was like us giving commentary on like F1 or something.
yeah.
But there's a universe where we turned Pope Watch into a format.
Comedians in cars talking about the new Pope.
Yeah, exactly. And like we stream big global religious events, and you and I sit on stage and give authentic commentary to it in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And that's a format.
That's fun.
You know, beer mat flipping is another really good example.
Yeah.
But
But then you look like Imogen Trousseau's got her Skate Electrics comedy night.
Fantastic.
You know?
Fantastic.
That's doing really well.
Often comes from a place of comics hobbies as well.
Yeah. What does a comic enjoy doing? And they will try and build that into a format. That's the big one. That's how they start most of the time.
And you see that applied so much in the world of podcasts. There's a lot of comedians doing podcasts. Not necessarily comedians doing comedy podcasts, but they might do podcasts that are funny. The huge one is sports.
Yeah.
Loads of sports podcasts, football podcasts, that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
Comedians really lend themselves to doing format shows because they'll add a funny angle to them. And then they can talk about whatever. And then the stage, you often see those podcasts appear as stage podcasts as well.
Yeah.
So the format, it's basically a way to let comics behave authentically.
Yeah.
Off script.
Yes.
Riff off of each other. You know, like Would I
Talking
Lie to You?
something that they're passionate about as well.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
That they enjoy.
Or just faffing about.
Faffing about.
With minimal...
Faff at the gaff.
Faff at the gaff.
Come have a faff at the gaff.
But there's reduced pressure on them as an individual compared to if they were doing a stand-up set.
Yes.
Because other people can come in and help them out, save them.
Yeah.
They bounce off each other.
Yeah.
And you'll have something... So I'm just going to say, Would I Lie to You, for example? Very, very famous format. Huge success on TV. Won so many awards. Because you've got an ensemble of 7 people who can all bail each other out following quite a strict format.
Yeah.
Works a treat. Audiences love it. And it would work live as well.
Yeah.
As in on stage.
Yeah.
TV.
No, totally. Totally agree. Yeah. I think I love formats. But it's like still figuring out, like, so at the moment we were trying the comedy lock-in, that format was struggling because that format never really knew what it was.
Yeah.
And the way we were working on it didn't have enough time. There wasn't enough passion. It was like, oh, us like doing drinking games would be fun. And it wasn't because like we were trying to do too much with it.
Yeah.
You know, I think if we were doing the comedy lock-in again and we keep working on it and stuff like that, my favorite thing in the world is drinking. I love drinking.
Yeah.
I love it. But I hate drinking in an environment where I'm being made to drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot more fun when I'm just being quiet with my beer.
Yeah.
And enjoying the silence with some friends.
Grumpy old man.
The minute it's like you're at someone's house party or whatever and they're like, oh, we're going to play this drinking game. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So you won't...
just let me drink in silence. It's a British thing. It's our right as British people to drink in silence and not have to fucking play Ring of Fire to have fake fun.
We won't be seeing Harry Allmark's Keg Warrior format anytime soon on stage.
But I love to do a drinking format.
It's you sat on a keg.
It's me just getting drunk.
And you have to finish the keg by the end of the hour.
Brilliant.
But you have to always keep your JPM, jokes per minute,
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's
has to be like
yeah.
more than a joke a minute.
I think that's good. And if it goes under a minute, you win money.
So we've talked about kind of what a format show can bring. It's something new for a comedy setup. We talked a little bit in the last episode of Clips about the sense of chaos that audiences enjoy, and a format show can really bring that sense of chaos because you've got way more performers in the room bouncing off each other. The format is facilitating that bouncing off each other as well. It's facilitating that chaos. Audiences love that.
Yeah.
there's a manic energy to a format show where you know what can happen, but you never know exactly what is going to happen.
Sure.
And there's also and I think a format show requires an identity,
Yeah.
a sense of identity, but so do the performers as well.
Yeah.
We're both big fans of Dropout over in the States.
Yeah.
And they're basically an improv troupe
Yeah.
that do formats and do game shows. But not only does the format have an identity, but the cast has one as well. And audiences love to see people they know and people they enjoy doing the kind of things that they would do.
Yeah.
Behaving in character.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we need to pursue with our format shows. It's something that's very easy to pursue at Fringe when you're doing shows on consecutive days, is build that sense of identity with your audience. So your audience not only draws joy from funny things happening, but they draw joy from people being themselves.
You are going to hate what I'm about to say.
Let's find out.
Because I agree with you. I
Okay.
do. I very much agree with you. But I'm also like, at the moment, the format that I think I'm the biggest fan of at the moment is Adam Ray's Dr. Phil. I think that's genius. I
Okay.
think it's so funny. But the thing that I mentioned this to you before, I know
Yeah.
you're on the fence, but the format that I really want to start, like my own format, that I want to build and make and present to the club and see if we can get it off the ground, is I want to start gigging as King Henry VIII.
Yeah.
And I want to do King Henry VIII's, like, what's that called? Jousting.
Jousting.
King Henry VIII's jousting tournament, which is, like, you know, it's audience games. It's not a real joust, but it's like, but you'd have a guy playing, like, an old school lute guitar or something, people on the pipes, and you'd make it for like, you give everyone these, like, sort of, what are they called? These with the handles, the
shield,
no, the drinking
like a tankard.
As they cut, and then that is sort of this like medieval Tudory like
It's a feast.
But then you have like games where you'd invite. It's hosted by King Henry VIII, but he's got like joining me for my first game in our jousting tournament. Before we get on with the main joust, we're going to do a so imagine a roast battle, because I love a roast.
Yeah, great.
And joining us for our first roast battle is Joe Riley and Dan Madeley, and those two would do a roast battle.
Yeah.
But the humor is, it's like King Henry VIII is the guy that's like ribbing him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's just making lots of medieval references.
Yeah. Like maybe Henry VIII's like interviewing someone, and then there's like, but you try and come up with games that's tailored towards, like, what would you, like, how you could do a joust on that tiny stage. I don't know how, but that would be fucking fun. That's what I really want to do. That's the format I really want to start working on, is Henry VIII's Joust live.
Yeah.
Late night joust with Henry VIII.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh.
Because if you lean into the identity of that, it's got a very strong sense of identity.
Yes. It's not me, but it's Henry VIII. It's not, because I remember speaking this.
But that's a character,
Yes.
though.
I remember saying this to Jade Adams, and she was like, fucking love it.
Yeah.
For the love of God, though, I'll give this the one piece of advice I will give you, is the second you step out on stage, if you're Henry VIII, you cannot break character.
No.
Because then you're a cunt in a costume.
No, you have to lean into it. You have to lean into it so much. She's dead right.
Yeah, you can't be the asshole in fancy dress.
No, you're Henry
You are
VIII.
Henry VIII until you are off stage.
Yeah, you have to go full method.
Yeah. So I really want to get that off the ground.
You have to let your gout take control of your brain.
People get brain rot. I get brain gout.
Yeah, gout brain.
Gout brain.
You'll be Harry VIII.
Harry VIII. Yeah.
No, I like that because if you commit to it, if you do it with confidence, the audience will go along with it.
What could be like a game, do you think? What could be like a Henry VIII game? What's like some medieval sort of games that you think that they would play back in the day?
It's going to be something really quick.
Yeah, like that's fun, but I think you can have something that's like what's a shit thing?
A jester dance off.
Jester dance off.
They have to do the dance to make you laugh.
To make me laugh. Yeah, that's fun. But I'm trying to think. That's really fun.
The idea of you doing it as a petulant child, and if you're like, well, that's not funny.
Yeah.
And then send them off, and then pointing into your audience saying, "No, you have to make me laugh."
No, I like the idea of like that's like Henry VIII. Who's the jester today? We've got we've got 5 comedians who are all going to come. And then it's a bit like Last One Laughing.
Yeah.
5 comedians all coming up. Who's going to be the one that makes me laugh? And the whole gag is
The
like...
one who makes me laugh gets to live.
yeah, wins their life.
And then the other 4 at the end of the show go backstage and you just hear a thwack.
Yeah.
Shillink. An idea of him saying, who's going to be my jester today? And then some like a guy dressed as a jester comes out with a jester's hat and a fishing rod. And there's this silly loop music going, and he dances it over audience members' heads. And then one of them becomes the jester in chief and he goes to them because they represent the audience and have to tell him what the funniest thing is or what. Oh, you think the audience get involved
as well? That's fine.
Yeah, I think they have to contribute.
They got to contribute, yeah.
Because they are his people. And he's like, I'm a benevolent king. I listen to my people.
Oh my God, this is going to be the longest podcast ever because I think now we're just going to riff what this show is. I love this.
Again, we'll do more bonus content. I'll do an interview with Henry VIII.
Yes, good. That's fine. I love that.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'll ring him up. Hens, we need you. But I like I'm trying to think of like a real shit. You know, like, okay, so you know how when you see like old school footage of like the early 1900s, the kids will be doing the thing where it's like a wheel with a stick, and that's like what they'll be playing with.
Massive back in the day.
Oh, that was the big one. You like to think that, oh, what, fucking Call of Duty, Modern what? Nah, wheel and stick, motherfuckers. I'm trying to think, what's the Tudor example of a shit thing that you could do on stage that's like a game, but you hype it so much. You know what I mean?
It would be, you know, that thing where it's almost like egg cups but on a handle and the ball's hanging.
I was thinking ball in the cup. Ball in the cup is a good example.
Now for your headline act.
We're getting 2 people to play ball in a cup.
Let's go fucking crazy.
Come on. No way. He got the fucking ball in the fucking cup.
So the idea of someone shredding on the lute as well. King Henry just
the whole time they're doing it. So
lute.
there's I know that I imagine that there's a lute and pipe for the show.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
That's you have to have the live music. 100%.
It's living history.
Lute and pipe.
But done as like it's mental.
It's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Henry almost he wouldn't do it like this, but it would be funny if he like interrupts someone doing a set and goes, "This is boring. Watch me chug this beer," and just necks a whole tankard of beer.
That's funny.
And people are just loving the chaos of Henry VIII just interrupting his own show because he thinks it's dull. Also with the jousting thing, if you build it up like it's a massive headline act, and people are going, wow, how are they going to do this jousting? And then someone brings up this kind of table and you lift it and it's like Rock'em Sock'em Robot scale and everyone, the 2 people have got this tiny little crank and you have to go, and then they move really slowly.
I wonder if we can build that.
And have to hit each other. And it's rubbish.
That would be incredible.
But Henry VIII is going crazy.
Because you have to have the joust.
Yeah.
You can, if it's Henry VIII joust, you have to see the joust.
Yeah.
But you can imagine him. I imagine him sat on like a throne on stage the whole time at the back.
Yeah.
You got it up.
He
and they're
barely ever stands
up. Oh my God, go!
But they're moving at this speed towards each other. And then he's like, we're going to have to go to an interval. Go to a break and then pick it back up.
I want to do this show so badly.
Now, this thing, because I was worried about this episode because we haven't done much format stuff left. But I think we've hit the spark here with formats. It's that the coming up with them and the sense of fun that you get with coming up with potential stuff for a format.
Yeah.
Henry VIII's Giant Joust Live.
But it's almost like a sketch. It's going back to writing sketch. It's almost like that sketch idea. It's game, it's play.
It's getting into character and workshopping as that character.
Yeah.
What would it be like if Henry VIII, on the best night of his life, he's looking forward to this so much.
Yeah, dude.
And people are getting put in prison if there's, he's saying, oh, one of my advisors said that we don't have the budget to do this. I killed him.
I killed him. Little bitch cried, wanted his life. He said, I'll give you money if you don't kill me. I was like, I'm taking the money and your life.
Someone brings his head in a stick. Henry VIII is like doing material as this guy. And it's about how much
what do you think about the budget cuts now? Oh, well, I'm so sorry, my lord. I had to run my mouth. Yes, look at you now, a head on a stick.
I'm a big old loser, and I've lost my head. And then air horns. And everyone's going mental. And if you don't laugh at Henry VIII, he kicks you out of the club.
Oh, that's good. You don't like me? Get out of my
And I'm
club.
keeping your ticket money. Because people will love that so much.
Yeah, man, that's fun. I want to do this now. I want to write on it. Come along to this potential joust with Henry.
Come
here.
meet Henry. He might kick you out.
Come meet Henry. I love it.
That's a wrap on episode 4 of Backstage at the Gaffe.
Thanks very much for listening.
Please have a look on our YouTube channel where this podcast will be available. There's a full video that you can watch and you can see our lovely faces. And also follow us on your podcast app.
Yes. And come to the Gaffe. Come watch some shows.
And follow us on social media as well.
Yeah.
We want to see your views.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.